What is up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach, and welcome back to another episode. On today's episode, we are going to be checking out the brand new Marantz Cinema 40. I can't wait to open this thing up and check it out. Let's go! All right, before we open this bad boy up, I do want to mention that I have made videos on the Marantz Cinema 50 as well as the Cinema 60, which are models right below this unit, as well as the flagship separates, the AV10 and the AMP10. And in upcoming episodes, I'm going to be comparing all of these models side by side to help you make an educated buying decision. There are a lot of different variances between the units, and it can be really hard as the average consumer to determine which one is best for you. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the Marantz Cinema 40. All right, guys, let's get into this unboxing. Before we open it up, I do want to show right here on the front all of the features that are built into the unit. We do have Dolby Atmos, IMAX DTS, DTSX, Auro 3D, IMAX Enhanced, Odyssey, Multi-EQ, XT32 with dynamic volume, as well as the LFC. Dirac Live is going to be a big update that is going to come hopefully within the first quarter of 2023. If not, the second quarter is what we're expecting. We do have the latest and greatest HDMI 2.1, DHCP 2.3, 8K Ultra HD ports. It is compatible with Dolby Vision. We have HDR10 built in, 360 reality audio. We have MPEG-H audio, HDAM, HEOS. You guys hear me talk about HEOS constantly. This is amazing. It's like multi-room streaming similar to Sonos built into the unit, and I love that it creates an on-screen display for the source that you're playing. We have high-res audio. It's Roon tested. Amazon Music, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Napster, Pandora, Sirius, SoundCloud, Spotify, Tidal, pretty much everything. Tune in. It works with Alexa, it works with Google, it works with Josh AI. I mean, literally has all the bells and whistles, guys. Everything that you're looking for. AirPlay 2's built in. We got Bluetooth, it's Wi-Fi, and Apple Music. I mean, this thing has it all. We even have a USB, a 5-volt 1 amp connection there. So let's open it up. You're definitely gonna wanna check out the Marantz AVR app. This is great for making changes on the fly really quickly. HEOS app, again, multi-room streaming. It's awesome. Download both of these apps as soon as you get your unit. Okay, we got our power cord. We have our Odyssey for calibration. We have our accessory box here. Let's open it up and see what's inside. We have a beautiful Marantz AVR remote. Has the gold ring around it. Music, movie, game mode selection, zone 2, zone 3, power, all the bells and whistles. Slide off the back panel for batteries. Batteries are included. We have our AM and FM antennas, our quick start guide, HEOS, FM and AM antennas. Have our labels and our Odyssey stand. This is for putting the microphone on top of in case you don't have a tripod, which most people don't. The average consumer will just set this up and put it at ear height like you see right here. Okay, continuing on, pull the unit out. All right, next we're gonna peel the tape off. And then pull our unit out. All right, guys, so we got it out of the box, and right now I'm dropping the shades because I want to show you this beautiful front interface with the backlit illumination onto this like brushed, gorgeous new finish. It's absolutely stunning. Check this out. Built upon decades of rich heritage, designed with timeless design, and engineered with the utmost performance, the Marantz Cinema series are the foundation of the world's most demanding home theaters. The Marantz Cinema 40 has peerless performance, immersive spaciousness, warm and rich tone, and lifelike dynamics. These are all legendary hallmarks of the Marantz sound signature. Marantz is a technology leader. The Cinema 40 comes complete with the latest immersive audio formats, 8K video, room optimization, streaming, and more technology to simplify and elevate for your enjoyment. The new Cinema series also has exquisite design, a modern expression of timeless design principles. The Cinema 40 features an iconic Marantz porthole, premium materials, and subtile sight lines that illuminate the front panel. I love this new design. The Marantz Cinema 40 is a 9-channel amplifier at 125 watts per channel, 2 channels driven, 8 ohms. What that means, guys, is that power is being split up between all of your speakers. If you're running a very demanding home theater with super high output speakers, you may want to consider checking out my other video on the Marantz AV10 and AMP10. That is the next level up. That is their reference level separates, and you can actually do up to a 15.4 channel system with that, like a 9.2.6 Dolby Atmos system. But this is still a killer product. I think the Cinema 40 and the Cinema 50 is gonna be one of our best sellers. The Cinema 50 is actually hooked up right now inside my AV cabinet, and I'm utilizing it as a full 5.2.6 Atmos system. And both the Cinema 50 as well as the Cinema 40 have the ability to utilize a full 11.4 channel processing. You heard me right. Independent sub-outs for 4 subwoofers. This is a huge game changer this year in 2023, and I just can't wait to dive into the details of those specifications, as well as show you guys the new firmware update release for Dirac Live, which should be coming out towards the end of Q3, if not Q2 of 2023. As soon as it's available, I'll be dropping the content for you guys. The Marantz Cinema 40 does feature the latest and greatest HDMI ports, HDMI 2.1, DHCP 2.3 8K ports. We have a total of 7 inputs and 3 HDMI outputs that also support on the main output the eARC support for getting that Dolby Atmos audio back out of your smart TV into the AVR over that audio return channel. The Marantz Cinema 40 does have some serious performance packed into it. It has the hyperdynamic amplifier modules as well as pure direct mode and gold-plated RCA terminals. All right, next we're gonna be checking out the back panel. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of all of the ports and connections so that you know the different ways that you can configure this unit in your own home. Let's get into it. All right, let's go ahead and review this back panel. All right, starting from the left-hand side, moving to the right-hand side, we have our Bluetooth Wi-Fi antennas. You just screw those right in to enable Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity. We have our digital ins that are assignable. We have coaxial and optical connections, as well as a hardwired network connection available. We have 7 ins, and these are all 8K DHCP 2.3. And then we have 3 HDMI outs. We have the main 1 out, which does support ARC and eARC, as well as our monitor 2 and our zone 2 out, which is a 4K port. We have video ins and component inputs, old school connections, in case you got some old devices that you'd like to connect up to this system. We have our AM and FM antenna connections. We have audio in that is assignable for all of our analog connections. And then we have pre-outs for zone 2, 3, as well as our full speaker output connections and unbalanced subwoofer outputs 1 through 4. This is huge, guys, that this is available this year. Then we have our DC outs 1, 2, 3, RS-232C, flasher in, remote control in and out, our ground, and then power connection. Now down on the bottom, we have all of our speaker outs. This is where all of the power is being sent out to the speakers. If you wanted to use external amplification for speakers that are more demanding, you would take your pre-outs right here out of the unbalanced analog outputs into your external amplifiers, and then you could utilize the remaining power for your additional speakers. I actually did that on the Marantz Cinema 50 that's hooked up in my room now. What I did with the Cinema 50 was I connected an audio control Pantages G4 for my 5-channel bed layer, and then utilized the remaining 6 Atmos speakers to be powered through all of my height channels on the Marantz Cinema 50. You could do the same thing with the Marantz Cinema 40. But if you didn't want to do that, you could utilize just this unit for a full, let's say 5.4 subwoofers, .4 Atmos speakers for a full 9-channel system with nothing but just this one unit. Utilizing the Zone 2 and the Zone 3 features in this unit are going to be really popular for a lot of my customers around the country. It's super versatile. Let me give you an example. What you could do is hook up a 5.1 in your living room and put a pair of in-ceiling speakers in your kitchen ceiling. And then whenever you're cooking and you're using your vent hood and people are talking in the kitchen, you can independently from the living room turn up just the Zone 2 speakers above your head in the kitchen so that you can hear the dialogue better from whatever TV show or movie is going on in the living space, instead of having to crank the living area up in order to hear it and blast everybody out that's in that space. You could do the same thing, say, for a patio. Take the entertainment outside with you. You got a sports game on. We can have that going in the living room 5.1, as well as the kitchen Zone 2 and the patio Zone 3. And you can independently select all of these through the Denon HEOS app and the Marantz AVR app, making quick changes on the fly dependent on if you want to listen to movies or music or a sports game. Lots of options with this bad boy. Keep in mind, you could also just utilize the full potential of the system with like a 5.4.4 Dolby Atmos, 5 meaning your bed layer, the second number being 4, your number of subwoofers, and the third number being 4, your number of overhead Dolby Atmos speakers. You could also utilize this for a 5.4.6 with the addition of a separate 2-channel amplifier. And next, we're gonna be checking out the beautiful front display on the brand new Cinema 40. Let's take a look. At first glance, there's not a whole lot to see here on the front of the Marantz Cinema 40, and that's by design. Marantz has a very minimalistic and clean approach to their AVRs, keeping it timeless and classic. Starting in the middle of the unit, you have that classic Marantz eyeball. And then flanking left and right, you have your volume, rotary style volume control, and input selection, as well as your power over here on the left and the phono input over here on the right. Now, I love that it looks clean and minimalistic, but what's nice is they have this drop down plate where you can actually access all the complex internal features of the unit. As a custom integrator, this is extremely important to me and my crews because a lot of the times, even though this unit is a masterpiece and could be put on display right on your TV console in the living room, many times we are putting this into AV cabinets, racks that have built-in ventilation. It keeps everything cool. It's hidden, most importantly, out of sight. Most of our customers don't want to see anything. So we hide all of these beautiful components in AV racks, but that kind of is an issue because then we're ways away from the display and we can't see the on-screen setup. So I love that Marantz with this Cinema 40 has included an on-screen display as well as cursors so that we can navigate the setup menu while working in our AV rack, setting it up quickly and efficiently. All right, so we have, starting here on the left, moving to the right, we have our pure direct, DMAX, status, dimmer, Zone 2 source, Zone 3 source, on and off and source selections. This is really convenient for a lot of reasons. You may not want to grab the remote or grab your iPhone, or maybe you don't want to give people access to those things. You could just quickly turn the zones on and off here at the front of the unit. We also have our mic connection, our USB connection, and then this is how you would navigate your internal setup menu. Info, back, options, setup, and our cursors left, right, up, down, and enter, as well as the on-screen display to help you navigate all of the menu settings. Whereas the front eyeball here is only going to display important things like the source that we're on, and that's really about it. All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap on my quick unboxing and overview of the brand new Marantz Cinema 40. This thing is an absolute beast of an AVR and top quality components from Marantz. Now keep in mind guys, we are your nationwide go-to supplier for everything home theater related, and we have the full cinema line in stock and ready to ship throughout the entire nation. And don't forget about our preferred installer network. We have top rated pros in over 28 different states that can help you get the stuff put in if you don't want to DIY it. And we don't just sell receivers. We have speakers, projectors, amps, cables, every single component you need to build your dream home theater, we have you covered here at Dreamedia. All right guys, if you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.